We'll do it live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Hey.
Sport&Nerdy. I'm here with two Reckless members. You might know them from the Reckless Review Show, as in Guy from the Lane and Patrick. And I
Oi, oi,
think
boys.
the first thing we need to talk about, how's everyone's families doing? Because
Good. They're doing good, my friend.
two
Yeah,
have
they're
just got
still
back.
annoying the shit out of me.
That's understandable. But another thing we also need to talk about is Chelsea. Over the weekend, Newcastle went to Chelsea and ended a 15 or 14 year run. It's like the Undertaker streak.
16.
And, sorry, 16 years. I thought it was 2012.
Yeah, 14 then.
So
14.
14-year run of not beating Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. One through ball from Livermental ended that streak. Every single Newcastle fan was literally like when Undertaker lost the streak to Brock Lesnar. Shocked. I could say more, but I'm going to ask Patrick, how did you feel after that game?
Yeah, speak up, brother.
It was just a perfect Eddie Howe performance, innit? As soon as you got your goal, 15 men behind the ball, we couldn't really do nothing. We had a good 10-minute spell before we conceded that goal. All that hard work that we tried to do, crossing into the box, making it, scuppering the chances, Cole Palmer. I think it was Enzo that had a shot and it smashed off Cole Palmer back or something like that. Just everybody, we couldn't break his down. We couldn't do anything. And the boos at Stamford Bridge was well deserved. I mean, it's now we'll talk about the Champions League, but it's now coming to the point. It's getting toxic. It's getting toxic real quick. It's getting toxic unbelievably fast. No one seems to know what we want to do as a club. The owners last week did I wouldn't call it a puff piece, but it was like a meeting with the fans, and they were saying like,
Oh, PR, bro. PR.
Yeah, I was going to say it was like, oh, we want to be competing for trophies. We want to be doing this. We want to be doing that. I'm seeing nothing. I'm seeing nothing. Absolute nothing to say that we're in title races. We're in this. We're in that. We're in this.
And you've never said you've been in a title race, like even on the review show we do. You've never said you're in a title race.
I said it in November once. It was written in the book. I said it in November just once because I was a bit gassed over the Arsenal game. I will admit, I was gassed over the game. They could have beat us.
Yeah, you should be.
They could have beat us for 10 men, bro.
Yeah, they could beat you with 10 men.
So, hold that. So I said that as a joke. I didn't think we would be in the title race, especially that we lost to Leeds. That was pretty much it. As soon as we lost to Leeds, it was game over. So I know.
A question I've got to ask. And I asked you this on the phone when we called each other. You played the midfield of Joe Willock, Ramsey, and Tonali.
Walter.
No, sorry, Walter Martin. Not even Tonali. He was missing.
No, Tonali.
Walter Martin, who's not even a midfielder. Willock, who somehow turned into the Willock that we bought from Arsenal, and Ramsey, who has played pretty well for us. I'm not going to lie. Even the red card he got against United, which he did not deserve.
Yeah.
I mean, he played Enzo, Caicedo, and Reece James.
No, Reece James was on the back. We had a Enzo Caicedo middle two. With
but even that, how much that cost? Like
200 mil. 200 mil.
And you're going to get Ramsey, Willock, and Walter Maida, and Walter Maida's not even a midfielder. Like, I watched it and I thought to myself, like, if you come get onto us in the first 10 minutes, you'll win the game. It was passive. It was more passive than anything. I can see why you guys are annoyed.
You name it. It was everywhere. Forwards, backwards, sideways. You couldn't really predict. We pretty much predicted where Chelsea would put the ball. We didn't take the risks in crossing it into the box because we've seen with Newcastle they can't control balls into the box when it's a cross. If it's a set piece, they can't. Sometimes they can handle a set piece, sometimes they won't. Newcastle was that team of unpredictability, and we showed that we didn't have the bottle for it. We didn't have it. You lost 5 games before coming to us away from home, and we folded like a pack of cards. We couldn't really do nothing. And then Liam was senior saying at the end of the game, we were respecting the ball, we were respecting this, respecting that. Why are you writing notepads and standing on the side of the pitch knowing that we need the win? And especially after what Manchester United done on Sunday, especially the fact that what Liverpool did, that was a golden opportunity missed. We would have been in the top 4. And then going into Everton thinking, oh yeah, we're going to, we could go on from this, considering most of the teams don't play. But what kind of performance?
It was a shocking. Like, I watched it, shocking performance. Before we even started the game, huddling around the referee. We've all seen memes of you guys handing £50, £100 notes. I literally found that funny.
The entire week of Chelsea have been a shambles. The entire week.
And just to cut in, Patrick and Robert, this is the thing that, like, I keep, even with, we're going to talk about, I'm sure you'll talk about the Barca game, but I keep saying that Newcastle are a physical team. When I say that, they go in with their hips towards the tackle. They're not what everyone calls ballers. They're a bit of brutes, right? You've got Tonali, a brute. Joe Linton, a brute. Even Anthony, I rate Anthony, but he is just pace and power through that wing. You know what I mean? To me, I always respect. It's almost like Newcastle play 90s football. It's really strange. And like I say, we'll talk about the Barcelona game because that's obviously fresh in our mind. But it was really funny to watch a game against new school football against old school football, right? And Newcastle are in that old school football range. They will bully you off the ball. We had it. Remember, Robert, when you joined our watch along, you were just bullying us. You were just bullying every time that our players went to do the tippy tappy bullshit. No, player bangs into him straight away.
It literally felt like that. Like as you say, with the before we carry on, guys, I just want to introduce another member of the Reckless Review show that we all do. He's one of our Liverpool friends.
Oh, legends!
We all of us have issues with Liverpool in some aspects, but this one is a legend. We're not inviting the other one because he'll probably turn up topless,
shirtless, like eating bananas.
Settings.
Allow me to introduce the legend, Anton.
Anton!
The only motherfucker that. Well, we both got wins. But you won the war. Hey.
I would be swinging my top above my head, but I'm not in shape. So
hey.
And you're not Kumo, bruv. And you're not Kumo.
No.
If you are wanting a fun time, call Anton on 0800 22 22 Calls cost 50p a second.
Yeah.
We were going to keep this normal, guys. We're solid. We're all regulars today. Anton, thanks for joining.
No,
as I say, we're just talking about the Newcastle-Chelsea game quickly, and then we'll talk about like the Liverpool-Tottenham game, and then we'll talk about Champions League games. That's all we've got.
I'd love to talk about the Liverpool-Tottenham game. Let's have a go.
Just to close off on that, it's mad to think that Walter Marder, who's meant to be a striker, plays midfield, and he's
a great player.
Our midfield. He's managed to boss our midfield. Boss every chance that we try to create, and I don't know where we go. I don't know what we're doing.
Robert, you know this because we've spoken about it personally. I rate Walter Marder. He is like the German goth machine, bro.
I will say this: Walter Marder, You guys were calling for a penalty when Cole Palmer kicked or like stood on Walter Milder's foot, and then you guys went for the penalty. Even I was like, "What the actual hell?"
Yeah, I don't get that. Even speaking of the huddle as well, going back to the huddle, that was some of the most weirdest, boozy something. I don't know what was that.
Dude, the ref was looking down.
The fact that the referee just looked at us like that.
Yeah, have you seen the NSFW memes of all the Chelsea players without their trousers on and the refs just looking down?
Yeah, it's just stupid, man.
We've seen what TalkSport's done to Cundy. We've seen what DR did to Matisse.
Yeah.
If we had more people on here, I'll literally do like a little huddle around you, Patrick. But we ain't got enough, so it's fine. But you know what? My closing statement of that is good win. And hopefully we take something this Sunday when we play. But obviously we'll do a quick review before the end of the show of our weekend games. But as we say,
you got the team that must not be named.
Yeah, we got the team that must not be named, and you don't talk about it. But you know what? Right now, let's talk about Liverpool and Tottenham.
Yeah, because you were shit, fam.
Fuck off.
You were shit. Come on, let me know. I want to know because we weren't good. You were shit.
No, we weren't good either. And we were so bad, we made you look half decent.
Yes.
And you made them look like Barcelona, mate.
I was so angry.
This is the team that's given our fan base hope.
Yeah, I was so angry. I said on our chat, and I still stick by it, even though you had a decent result today, that Nottingham Forest will still beat you. Is it Sunday you're playing them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nottingham Forest will still beat you because we was that bad. And it just annoys me because we see by our performance today, when we do actually put in the effort, we can actually be a decent team. I mean, I just hope that the excuse for not turning up on Sundays, that we could put in all of our eggs in a Champions League basket, we actually go and win this thing. Because I think
that game was written in the stars in the sense of Szoboszlai free kick goal, Richie equaliser. You know what I mean?
It was written in the stars, to be fair. I didn't watch it. I took the wife out and the kids out for Mother's Day, so I didn't watch it. I literally saw the updates on Sky, and I was like, Tottenham just scored? What? You had one job, Liverpool. One job.
I watched it. And it just like Liverpool had their goal. Liverpool got their goal, and it was a fantastic free kick. Again, Szoboszlai turning up when it matters for Liverpool, and he's been the best player of the season for Liverpool. There's no ifs, buts, maybes, two ways about it. Vicario should have done better because I think if Vicario saved that shot, it would have it could have happily been 1-0 Spurs, and it could have been way worse.
Yeah,
and the fact that Liverpool
fans like literally bantering all of us saying we've got to win finally in 2026 in the league. We can finally stay up.
Yeah, but the fact that
when you consider how bad Spurs have been,
here's the thing:
set piece that Vicario should have scored. We didn't really threaten Tottenham at all.
No, you didn't.
No. I mean, and the way how Tottenham are this season, this year, this calendar year, the worst team in the Premier League.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for us to not even cause you any problems whatsoever. That performance is probably. I mean, I keep on referring back to the Nottingham Forest game where we lost 3-0. That's when I thought Slot should have been sacked. That performance is just as bad.
Yes, it was.
Just as bad.
It was dog shit. It was absolutely. You made us look like a Premier League team, mate. It was dog shit because the only thing that was good about that game was the Richarlison equaliser. That was it. Because I honestly was falling asleep through the first half. I was sitting here going, oh, Szoboszlai free kick. Okay, cool. And then I had some caffeine in various different ways. And then the second half came, and it was dog shit football the entire second half. Don't listen to Spurs fans because they'll tell you, oh, we turned up on the second. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
We just
Stop
allowed you
it.
to play.
Yeah, you allowed a goal. You
Yeah.
gifted us a goal.
We didn't just allow you to the goal. We just allowed you to play because we either couldn't be asked or we just didn't have any answers for a half decent, could be bothered defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like Slot didn't do anything to sort of like hype our players up or change anything around. I mean, he's just not getting the best out of our attackers at all.
And he was at Anfield, bro.
Yeah, and at
Anfield,
Anfield
bro.
It's mad to think that a year ago, this was the same Tottenham Liverpool sides that basically gave Liverpool the league.
Yeah,
it's that scary.
Yeah.
It's this scary. The fact that Liverpool go 1-0 up, and then they couldn't control the game after that. They let Spurs back into the game. They let them in. They tried. Spurs tried everything, even the corners. Liverpool couldn't handle. The one moment they sleep on the ball in the defense, and they let Liverpool Spurs back in, and the fact that Liverpool fan booed at full time.
Yeah, I was loving it, mate.
That's not the Liverpool we know.
They booed at full time.
That's not the
they booed.
Liverpool.
They booed.
That's how bad they was.
They were terrible.
You could get draws and you could get defeat, but it's all dependent on your performance. Anyone can lose or draw a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was just bereft of any ideas. I mean, and against a terrible Tottenham team.
The shittest Tottenham team since I've been alive, by the way. The worst Tottenham team
they are when they play against Forest.
Yeah. This is the thing. I've said this right on many streams, on Spurs streams, that I get told, no, you're just being negative, right? The worst Tottenham team before this one, right, regarding results and performances using both metrics, because you guys know I don't just go on results-based analysis.
Yeah,
was 1993, 1994 when we had Razor fucking Ruddock in our team, right? We ended 14th that season, right? And then we ended up signing Jurgen Klinsmann, right?
We had it as well, so
yeah, I know you did.
How bad
I don't know how we got him.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know how we got him.
I don't know how you got him. I don't know why we got him.
It's because of Lord Alan Sugar, man. Lord Alan Sugar just knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Well, that season was, and the thing is, that season we had Terry Sheringham, etc., right? And this is the worst Tottenham team I've ever seen in my life. In my life.
The thing is, we've all seen Tottenham teams that played like I witnessed firsthand. I was at work and I literally crucified him. A Tottenham fan literally crying in our staff room on the 6-1. We all saw these. He was literally crying, literally in the corner.
But going into this game,
what's worse?
No. Can I just say one more thing, Patrick? Right?
Go.
I went on a stream in the morning, 11:30. Big up Ricky Villa TV, and people. I'm not lying. Spurs fans were expecting a 9-0 loss. We were expecting to get thrashed, and we didn't. So
the thing is,
tell me, bro.
But the thing is, whenever you're playing against a team, whenever a team is playing against a team that's just so out of form, and you think, oh, this is going to be a thrashing, it's going to be a 5, 6, 7-0. It never turns out that way. You can't plan to beat someone 5, 6, 7-0. It's just one of those games where it turns out that way and everything falls into place. You could outclass a team, and you know what I mean, and you could have like 7, 8 gilt-edged chances and only put one of them away, and it could be a 1-0 massacre. But you could never plan to beat someone 5, 6, 7-0. When it happens, it just happens, and everything falls into place that day.
This Tottenham side has the hallmarks of 2008-9. Because remember, 2008 they won the Carling Cup against us, which I can't believe he still gave you a trophy. Anyway,
I know. I was there, mate.
After 5 games, they were in the relegation zone after spending millions of quid. Sack Randy Ramos, and then they bring Harry Redknapp in, and they finish mid-table. This is worse. This is
a lot worse. Yeah, I know. I know you're preaching. You're preaching to the choir, brother. But this is the problem with Spurs fans. Do you know what I've noticed about Spurs fans? Right, Spurs fans just talk to Spurs fans. That's it. I've noticed this, and I'm like, I've got West Ham fans. I got a beer. You know when they beat Fulham, right? I got one of my mates poured a beer over my head and said, "We're coming for you." And I was like, "Oh!" And then we obviously guess what happens? This man over here's team gets us out of that.
I have got one question for Anton, though. I've got one question for Anton, and obviously we spoke about this earlier on in the year and the season. How do you feel about spending £500 million on players and being classed as one of the worst title defences in the league? Or in the history of the league, because
it's a combination of a few things. Before ball was kicked and we spent all that money, everyone, I keep on saying this and everyone keeps on forgetting.
Yeah.
Everyone and their mother said that.
Yeah, I said it too.
Liverpool favourite for the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People
I said it too.
Trebles and quadruples, this and everything. Everyone, you know what I mean? So there was nothing wrong with our transfer window, and I still stick by that. It's just unlucky with injuries that we had Leone out. That's why we're short of defenders, and then we've had Conor Bradley out. Frimpong out various times at right back and that. But if you look at the squad as a whole, before any injuries, you think to yourself, yeah, they've got a stacked squad. They've got enough to at least put a challenge. A combination of Slot not knowing how to get the best out of his attackers, the players either being complacent, thinking, yeah, we've won the league, so we don't have to work as hard. We're not running as much. Apparently, Slot doesn't do the training as hard as Jurgen Klopp does. He gives the players a lot of time off, so we're not as intense. Diogo Jota's dying. I think that does to a certain effect on us.
Of course,
And stupid. I mean, we wasn't getting beaten by like a load of goals, but we was losing stupid last minute goals. You know what I mean? We always lose it by the odd goal, conceding in the last minute. So we're drawing, and then we concede in the last minute, and we lost it. Or we're winning, we concede in the last minute, then we draw it. So up to I think January or something, the amount of goals that we lost in the last minute, we would have been about 7 or 8 points better off. So stupid things like that, either complacency or just slapdash laziness. You know what I mean? So it's a combination of things. Slot hasn't done himself any favours with his favouritism, choosing certain players that won't get moved, no matter how badly they're playing.
Yeah, what the fuck is Gakpo, man? Because here's the thing. This season, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen much of Liverpool because of the fixtures, right? And you can only watch so much football. I've watched way more West Ham than I have Liverpool this season. I watched way more Liverpool.
You need to.
Yeah, because it's just the fixtures, right? So this is the reason why I think West Ham play better than us, because I actually watch the games. I watched you guys, and I went, "Oh wow, Cody Gakpo is actually shit. He is actually shit."
I'm not going to jump on a bandwagon and call him shit, because he can be decent for us. It's just like he doesn't have no chance.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah,
I can understand the hate.
Last season he was good. Last season he was good for us because he had Diaz to challenge him for his place. You know what I mean? So if he didn't perform, you know that Diaz is going to step in.
Diaz on fire in Bayern, bar. Diaz is on fire in Bayern.
He hasn't had no challenge for his position this season. And I don't care how young Rio Wingamoa is. If he's good enough, at least you don't have to play him every game like Lamar, but start in some games. You know what I mean? Don't play him, you know what I mean? But he just plays Gakpo in every game. McAllister, he's been improving over the last couple of months and that, but he can't run. He ain't got no legs.
I've noticed this about this Liverpool team to confirm. I've noticed this.
He wasn't too bad today, but in today's game, there was a ball that just played to him loose, and he could have chased it, and he was outrun by a midfielder that was literally 4 or 5 yards behind him. He can't run. He ain't got no legs. There's been times when he's been atrocious, but he's reluctant to put Curtis Jones in. And because of his reluctance to rotate the team, he's putting a lot of players nose out of joint. I mean, like Curtis Jones, he could be off in the summertime because he's not getting no game time.
He needs it for the England squad, mate.
I think that's a thing that comes into play as well. It's the favouritism because it's a World Cup year. The fact that you got World Cup winner McAllister, you've got Alisson, you've got Gakpo, you've got Salah, you've got Ekitike, you've got Frimpong, Van Dijk, Konate. He needs to keep playing those players to try and get them ready for the World Cup and tell the managers to put them in. But this is the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't help the fact that Van Dijk's been off this season. Konate has been off this season. The same core of players that won you the league has suddenly switched in their heads and started playing rubbish again. Salah's not doing well. Ekitike's been the best of the bunch. Szoboszlai's been the best of the bunch. You know,
Salah drop off.
You get rid of Diaz. You get rid of Diaz is criminal because now you have to play Gakpo, who, let's face it, if you want him gone, you want him gone. And Diaz could have easily had a new contract and played.
Yeah, it's
just the thing that, and the fact that he goes into press conferences looking defeated already and starts making excuses and tries saying, "Oh yeah, it's not, it's this, it's that, it's this, da 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 da." You know, everybody expects to go to Anfield and win. That's the thing that's the beauty of Anfield. I hate Liverpool I hate Liverpool just because of the way that they play and the way that they somehow get victories at Anfield.
I love their fans though. I really like their fans.
The fans are immense. The fans are immense. But when you go to Anfield, it's like they don't want to be there. I've seen a load of Liverpool podcasts and stuff. I watch every other podcast out there. They feel like they can't be bothered going to Anfield and watch Liverpool play. There's something wrong. I don't know whether it's the players or Slot or anything behind the scenes. There's something about Liverpool that is turning the team sometimes good, sometimes bad. They're rigid.
Yeah, it seems to be a disconnect between Slot and the players, and they're literally just going through the motions to the end of the. I mean, what we're now mid-March. Yeah. They're just literally just counting down the league days into
the league this time last year. We remind everyone.
Probably it's probably no coincidence that this is their last chance of silverware, and they have a fair chance of winning it. The whole thing. I've seen a worse Liverpool team than this win the Champions League. You know what I mean? And you've still got a couple of players that won it the last time round, back in 2019. So they know that this is the last.
Move on.
Yeah, so their last chance of winning silverware, and it's no surprise to me that they actually put a shift in. You know what I mean?
I will say this though, yeah. As much we all know how much I don't like this player, but once he comes back from injury, I think he should go on the left.
Yeah.
I'm not saying his name. He's Voldemort to me.
He's actually go on the left.
I bloody hate you, and I don't want to say
pretty much you could kind of play a Isak Salah. If Salah does stay and doesn't go, but there's always the chance that he could go. You could try and play that three of Isak, Ekitike, Salah.
Because we played it before. I think we played against Everton, and he literally did an Henry-esque run through, and he can do it on the left.
Yeah.
That's the thing. As much as I don't like him because he's a dickhead, and we all know that because I've been called out before in the Reckless Review. If he comes back and he literally comes back firing, he'll do wonders for you guys. I can't even deny it because I felt bad when he got injured.
Yeah.
And I literally messaged everyone saying his injury was horrendous. But you know what? Enough about Isak. Enough about Liverpool. Do we have to talk about Champions League, guys?
Oh, please, I don't want to let
I'm
Bob
all
talk
good about the
it.
Champions League, bro.
Right, that's it. Show's over. Like, comment, subscribe.
No, we need to talk about the Champions League, man.
Robert.
You
End
bet.
the stream, Dave.
Here's the thing. I got embarrassed. No, I got embarrassed on the first leg, man. And I didn't even think
Join
that
the
we would
boat,
even get
guys.
to the round of 16.
Join the boat.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's
with
no Arsenal fans on this panel, but I have to say their last two games, as much as I slag Arsenal off, and I really
It's
don't like
Leverkusen, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, you still got to put them on. And I tell you what, Leverkusen weren't bad, you know. They weren't bad.
They got 1-1. And also, can we before we go on,
Arsenal are starting to look like a problem, man. I mean, like in all the competitions, apart from probably the Champions League, in all the other competitions, they're favourites. I mean, Arsenal start for favourites on Sunday when they play against City. You know what I mean?
City was favourite. Let's talk about the Champions League, boys. Go on, these guys down here.
Before we talk about Champions League, I just want to say it's literally been roughly a year since we won our first trophy, thanks to that man.
Yeah, you better enjoy the last. You better enjoy the last few days of your Roll of Honour, mate. You better enjoy that.
We are still reigning Carabao Cup champions until Sunday when we hand over to City or Arsenal. But now we're going to talk about.
Come on, City.
We have to talk about.
Come on, Patrick. What happened? What happened, man? Because even we took penalties.
You want to start with me? All right, let's
come on.
Right, first leg. Team was all right. The team was decent. I mean, the way that we fought against PSG for the hot till 60 minutes was good. Okay, we let two sloppy goals go past Jorgensen. The fact that we were 2-2 as well for like 20 minutes left, I would have took the 2-2 and legged it. And then Jorgensen decided to be an absolute idiot, passing it to Vitinha, then decided to pass it out again to make it 5. And then I just decided to lose hope. You had a few Chelsea fans saying, oh yeah, we're going to bring the spirit of Napoli and the spirit of Barcelona and the spirit of this to try and get us back into the game, as we always do, because, 1% chance, 99% faith, Chelsea always the underdogs, etc., etc. And then I see the team sheet for the second leg, and the fact that we make 4 changes, Sanchez back in goal, which was the gamble that didn't pay off in Paris. You basically ain't got James, you ain't got Cucurella, you ain't got
Cucurella didn't play today.
No, mate, Cucurella played. I mean, what was it? Hato. We didn't have Hato on like we did in the first leg.
Yeah,
we went 5 back, and then immediately tried to get on the front foot, and we tried to, and then it fell apart. The first domino fell when they scored the first, and then Kvaratskhelia gets past Sarr, and then that was it. Game over. You got the other 2 goals were absolute carnage. And then the fact that you wait until 10 minutes, about 20 minutes to go to bring on Delap, Garnacho, and not Gittins. Who was it? We'll gloss over it. The fact that you bring on 3 new attackers for the old guard that was playing is a joke. And the fact that we were nearly 1-on-1 with Pedro getting the ball, and Pedro stops and just decides to pass it back. The team's rotten. The team's rotten. I'm now at the point of Blueco out. I need these owners gone. I need them gone. 4 seasons we've had with this ownership. You sack Thomas Tuchel, who won the Champions League. You bring in Graham Potter, who's I hate him. You bring in Frank Lampard. You bring in Pochettino, who guided us to the League Cup final, etc. Experienced manager. You then bring in Maresca. He tapped he tactically mastermind Luis Enrique in the Club World Cup. And then we go into this season begging for players. We need centre-backs. We need midfielders. We need strikers. What do? You bring in Garnacho. You bring in £30 million Delap. What are you doing? Buying under 20-year-olds again. Buying the future, as they want to call it. Get Winstanley, Stewart, Bluecoat, Eggbye out of my football club and get Todd Bowley in this main position now. I've had enough. We're going nowhere with Liam Senior. We're going nowhere with these players. I think the only players that deserve to stay is Reece James, obviously. Cucurella. I think Caicedo, João Pedro, Palmer should stay. The rest should go and go now because I'm sick of it.
Men. That's what you want.
Five men deserve to be in this Chelsea shirt. The rest of them stink. They stink. Sarr, not good enough. Tozin, not good enough. Chalobah, mistake after mistake after mistake. Jorgensen and Sanchez, the two idiots in goal, passing it back, knowing that if there's four people around there, that ball, you should boot that ball into safety. I don't care if they have to come back and do it again. Boot that ball. Because I'm sick of it now. And Todd Bowley was there, sitting there. Where's Eggbye? Where's the sporting directors? Where are them? You're trying to say Todd Bowley came in 2022 and he says, this is going to be it. We're going to be in for the win. We're going to win everything. We're going to try and do it. When he was there, he brought in Sterling. He brought in Cucurella. He brought in Fofana. He brought in, who else did he bring in? He brought in Aubameyang. Yeah, he brings in all these players. And then when you let Winstanley and Stewart take over, what do? You buy young. You buy 20-year-olds. You buy 19-year-olds. You buy 22-year-olds. And they think they're the future, but they're not. They are not cut out. The one thing I want in this football club is experience. The experience died. Aspilicueta and Thiago Silva left. That was the experience. This project has failed.
What's your opinion on the Chelsea capitulation against PSG?
That was horrific to watch.
It was horrific, and we turned it off. As soon as it went 2-0, we turned it on to Arsenal. That's how bad it got.
Well, from the first leg, right? Because I hear from differently from different Chelsea fans from the first leg. Do you, Patrick, personally see any reason, or could you sympathise why Liam Rosenior started off with Jorgensen instead of Sanchez?
He's an idiot for doing that.
There's other Chelsea fans that say, well, he played well against Villa, and because of the clangers that Sanchez dropped against Arsenal, yeah, he could see why he dropped him, and he could see why they kept Jorgensen for the Champions League game. Yeah, he messed up. I didn't see the Aston Villa game. I didn't even remember.
That was the same logic. That's the same logic Spurs fans said about Kinski on the first.
Yeah.
The fact that he concedes a dodgy goal, right? He concedes a dodgy goal. Jorgensen, he should have done better for Diaz's goal, right? And the fact that he goes on with Jorgensen, even though Sanchez pulled a masterclass in the first game in the PSG in the pre-season. Yeah, I know pre-season it means jack, but that was still the same team.
Yeah,
and again,
the thing is,
I'll tell you. I'll go on to the other point in a second. Go on, Anton.
Yeah. So the thing is, right? All season, because I watched a few of the Chelsea games, all season I've been hearing Chelsea fans saying that Sanchez is like one of the best keepers in the league, which I think is a little bit over the top. But it shows that he's improved, because last season he was a liability. Looking at him, this season, nothing to self-weight. He's definitely, you could argue that he's the most improved keeper in the league. And maybe if he keeps up this form, you might not need to look at a goalkeeper for next season. You know what I mean? That's how much of an improvement he was, and how much of a non-issue the goalkeeping was for Chelsea. Now, was the clangers so bad against Arsenal he had to get dropped if he was that so good during the rest of the season?
This is the problem. 2023-24, Sanchez was injured for most of the season as well. Who did we put in goal? Petrovic. Petrovic did a much more better job than what Sanchez could have done in goal. What happened then? You buy in Jorgensen. Well, you could have kept Petrovic, but you give him on loan to Port. You sell him because apparently he's not good enough. Yeah, he's not good enough. So what do? You buy Jorgensen. He's in goal for the cup final against Betis. Couldn't, he had a bit of a shaky start in that final. Then you play Sanchez. Sanchez does all right for half the season. Then he starts doing badly. And then I'll go on with this last bit about the board. To the board. And I know they're not listening. I know they're not watching, but I want to give this message out to the board. If you think Luis Enrique is not fit enough to be the Chelsea manager, just look at what he caused this team over the 2 legs. Look what he did over all the other teams last season in the Champions League. Your Villas, your Arsenals, your Liverpools, your Manchester Cities. Because I'm sick of it now. I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of the lies.
Is Luis Enrique a realistic target for you lot?
No, Luis Enrique announced that he's retiring after. He's retiring. He's announced he's retiring.
Anton, I'm telling you now. I am telling you now. I know exactly who's going to be the next Chelsea manager. I don't need anyone to tell me otherwise. Gary O'Neill. Strasbourg again.
Fucking hell.
We will I know we will. Because remember, we sacked Messina, right? We sacked Maresca, sorry. And who do we bring in? We're bringing Messina from Strasbourg, who, if you don't know, is owned by Blueco. The same owners as us.
That's what Big Mac does. That's what Big Mac does at Nottingham Forest.
We will sack Messina and we will bring in Gary O'Neill. I tell you now, it will be the same rinse and repeat.
Who is making these ridiculous decisions? It's like ridiculous.
Egbayi is one, the parasite who lies and wants to bring in the youth. Winstanley, Stewart, Paul Winstanley and Stewart. I don't even want to know your first name, mate, because you're fat. Right? You're crap. You bring in young. You don't think about experience. You're going to keep on doing it until we get out, until we give up. You are owners of a football club that is won it all, seen it all, do it all, the dominance of London for the past 20 years. And Todd Bowley is the one that is saying he wants to win, that wants to do everything, that wants to do it all again. And yet you have Egbayi and you have Winstanley and Stewart making all the decisions. Being the most, you spend $2 billion on under 20s. $2 billion. I've had enough.
Yeah, it's Epstein Island, mate. It's Epstein Island. It's Epstein Island.
You know what? It just goes to show, right?
I'm not going to get sponsored off this guy. Jesus Christ. So
you know what? It's goes to show, right? It's a touch off topic, but it actually does matter in this subject. I was out to dinner with a friend of mine who, funny enough, he's a Chelsea fan as well. And we was talking about Wrexham because his missus watches Welcome to Wrexham. And I was saying how much I dislike Wrexham because
I fucking hate that club.
It represents everything bad about modern.
Next season, yes.
He made a very good point because he goes, if you look at how Wrexham was 5-6 years ago, where they was, and you get good football people around you, and you get good football people to make good footballing decisions, and they see them going up the rung from the League 2 to League 1, League 1 to Championship, and you know what I mean. They could get promoted into the Premier League. So they show that if you Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, they don't know shit about football. You know what I mean? But
this is what happened with us. Here's the thing what happened with us. Yeah, you had Alan Sugar, the money man, and Terry Venables, the football man.
Yeah, people that know about football, and they make it look easy. Wrexham makes it look easy to, like, you got a little bit of money, you don't even have to splash that much cash. Just be smart with it. You get people that will fit what you're trying to do right now. Like what's the Wrexham striker's name?
Paul Mullins Smith.
No.
the guy is it the black hair with the little tash? He plays for Wales.
He's a
Yeah,
Welsh.
I hate that bastard.
Yeah, you know what? But the thing, he's a journeyman striker, but he suits Wrexham for what they want now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then if they was to get
Yeah.
And if he was
I saw him play live.
Yeah, if they was to get promoted to the Premier League and that, they was sort of like, they probably won't even ship him out straight away. He'll just be sort of like a substitute, and then they'll get someone that could do a job. No offense, guy, but they'll probably get a Solanke. Or someone
no offense taken, mate. I don't like Solanke.
Here's the thing.
Standard. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, though. Here's the big riddle. What does Newcastle United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, Manchester City, and Manchester United all got in common? Experience. People who know football. People who understand it.
What you mean on in the boardroom?
Who do we have? Brighton people. We have Brighton with Stanley, Brighton Stewart, and they're treating us like Brighton. And if that's not enough, win the Club World Cup, they get new contracts.
Yeah, true.
You get new contracts and a pat on the back saying, well done, lads. Those young boys have definitely done well. Fuck off, yeah. Get out of my football club, you parasites. Win Stanley, Stewart, Clear Lake Capital. Get out of my club. Todd Bowley, get in, sort the mess, hire big people and get it done. You're the manager of the Dodgers, start treating us like the Dodgers, yeah? Sign experience, win us titles, win us this, win us that. And again, you think Luis Enrique wasn't good enough. Look at that performance that they did against us. As soon as we went 2-0 down, they treated it like a training exercise, passing it around the ball, didn't really need to do anything.
Yeah, Kvaratskhelia just
gave up.
Mate.
The Chelsea fans walked out at half-time. They weren't going for burgers. They weren't getting drinks. They were going out that door because they knew that was pathetic. The discontent between Chelsea, the board, the fans, everything now is now power shifted directly to us. You don't care. We don't care about Clear Lake. You don't care about us. All I care about is Chelsea FC. We wear the FIFA Gold Club badge. We're not acting like it. That's just a sell-on piece. Watch you do merch after merch after merch. Stop it. End it now.
You know what?
Before you destroy the club.
No, I'm afraid, Patrick, your rant, as much as you appreciate it, it's now time to move on to... Who do we move on to? Tottenham?
Your Barcelona performance, you fucker. Don't think you're getting out of this because you're the host. And also the narrative. Remember all the narratives, the Talk Sport UK media was saying, the London clubs, the England clubs are superior. The European clubs, they're not that good this season. Bullshit. I call bullshit. What happened? Because you had a great home leg. And I said to you, when you go to Camp Nou, you're going to get roasted. You are going to get roasted. Right? So put your first leg on the table and I want your second leg.
Yeah, but the second leg weren't that bad for like half an hour.
I know. But let Robert...
I will say this. The first leg, we were the better team in the first leg.
You were.
Yeah, you were.
And Gordon was ill. I don't know why. What's it?
Dodgy lasagna.
Tottenham bloody chefs. With Gordon was ill, so we played Osula. Osula did a pretty decent job, I'm not going to lie. What is it? First leg, we scored a goal. Malik Chow made a mistake and tripped, did the trip, penalty given. Lamine Yamal scored. I'm not even annoyed with that goal. The thing is, in that first leg, Lewis Hall kept him quiet.
That's what I was going to say. He did nothing in those two games against Chelsea and Newcastle. Did nothing in those games, and he gets a set-piece goal.
That's the thing. And then
league phase.
We then go to the second leg, and they score, we score. They score, we score. they score a penalty which Trippier should have been sent off for. I'll admit to that. He should have been sent off.
Yes, he should have. Trippier is
And
my
then
guy, remember? I love
that's the thing.
Trips. I love Trips.
He was your guy. He's our legend. Remember this guy. That's all I'm saying. But then Barcelona literally went in at half time and was like, you know what?
Fuck 'em.
These fuckers.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Let's literally
High energy.
and also I believe, and you guys can call me a conspiracy theorist, they're sending a message to Arsenal by saying we've taken on a team that you guys haven't beaten well recently. If we play in the semi-final, get ready to get fucked over. And I think they could do it because, not gonna lie, Barcelona played quality against us in the second second half. I'm not thinking. I was on my sofa when it went to 4-2. I was like, "No, fuck this shit."
Yeah,
we lost. We lost.
Yeah,
and God, before you start, I want to add one more person to where the hell is he gone? He's just left.
He's just left, I think. Yeah. But yeah, no. So,
but as I say,
go on.
But as I say, let me just finish, guy, because I'm not going to go on a rant like Patrick, because I'm not annoyed at how we played, because for 3/4 of that leg of the tie, we were in the game. It's just that second half of the second leg, the last say 25 minutes in, like, if you do like a 9-minute game, Barcelona showed us why they're the dominant team in Europe, and we can't compete with that now. But we literally went toe to toe with them from best part of the game, and we held our own. That's why I'm not annoyed. I know people want me to go on a rant saying we were shit, yada yada yada, but I'm not annoyed. Like, we've got a big game this Sunday. Who Patrick remind me of since he said it behind him, and we will talk about this Sunday games and the weekend games in a bit. But the thing is, we play them on Sunday, knowing full well we have to do a job. The Barcelona game, we had a European run. We played Karabakh and we beat them 8-3 on aggregate. This team, as much as I was Eddie Howe out, and you have to come back to me at the end of the season.
You're flip-flopping as always.
Don't worry about that. But you know what? He did a job in the Champions League. He went to go and play Flick. He played against Leverkusen. He played against PSG. Played against PSG, and we should have beaten PSG. He's played some decent teams in Europe, and we got results. I'm not annoyed with this European one. The Premier League form has to improve. We're like, what, 2 points behind Brentford, I think, or 3 points behind Brentford. If we get one team like we always have done this in the Premier League, we'll be fine. We'll probably get Europe. But the Champions League game today, we lost 7-2 to a far superior side. Barcelona took us apart in the second half. And you know what? I'm not annoyed. Livramento came back. This Sunday's game is the game where I literally either keep cool or go on a rant. And we're not going on a rant because I'm not doing today.
Yeah. No, look.
I will say this before you start, guy. To a certain friend of mine, and you watch this, if you dare send me a 7-Up can again, I will headbutt you. You are a prick. I hate you for that.
But no, look. You drew your game against Barcelona at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was a commendable effort because Barcelona, as they play, they are all about all-out attack because their defense is shit, right? What you guys were able to do, as I said before, you physically bullied Yamal off the ball, physically bullied Rafinha off the ball. But here's the problem, and it's also your curse, right? These ballers in Barcelona, Olmo, Rafinha, even Lewandowski, right? And you've also got their. They didn't even put out their youngest team, even with Lewandowski up front, right? Youngest team. The energy levels, that was the problem. You went, even Dan Burn, you could tell that you guys just out physically played them to get. It was a great match to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
It was back and forth. But I knew the
Anton did
Barcelona.
enjoy himself.
Yeah, that was the most entertaining football I've watched all season. But I knew that because your players were so physically involved,
Mhm.
right? I knew Barcelona were holding back, and this is what they do because they've got energy for days. They've got energy for days, and you could tell as soon as the cracks were starting. Like I love Trips, I love Dan Burn, I love Anthony. I think Joe Linton's a monster. I just think as soon as that physicality dropped off, which you could see in the second half, they were bopping it all round you guys. They
Yeah, it was. That's
really
fair, yeah.
were.
Yeah,
That's,
And
that's,
that's all I got to
that's fair.
say.
I mean, watching that game, how easy it was to cut through, especially in the second half, how easy it was they found to cut through in midfield. And they just found themselves one-on-one time after time after time. And in the first half, it was both sides doing that. I mean, that match could have been any score. Both sides was doing that in the first half, but in the second half, like Barcelona's, once they had their foot on your throat, that's it. You know what I mean? There was never to let go. And that game could have been anything. It could have been a cricket score. You know what I mean? They just had better attackers that are more on foot than yours.
And relentless. They were relentless. Recovery balls, straight in.
The thing is, if it was a one-on-one fight, like if it was a physical fight, we would do them 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
But because like, we wanted to like make it into a war, they wanted to play football, and that's where we went wrong. But you know what? Thankfully, this man has saved my life today, because I'm going to welcome to the show someone who I've made a bet with beginning of the season. I'm going to bloody lose it.
Oh no! I know who you're
This
pick.
man has.
Oh
this
no!
No.
We're getting filth. We're getting filth.
All
We're
right,
getting
actually,
filth.
no, hang on. Let's bring him in. The reigning champion of Africa. Oh wait, no, that's Morocco, isn't it?
Guys, it's my pleasure to introduce the former reigning champion of Africa, Sir King.
Yo, my brothers.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
That decision is ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's
but
stupid.
the thing is, Senegal's gonna take it to CAS, and CAS gonna overturn it, and they're just gonna look even more foolish. So they shouldn't. They just shouldn't have done it. Like, if anything,
here's the thing. It's completely damaged your tournament. Here's the thing, right? This year, Channel 4 invested a lot of money in my country to show this tournament, right? I actually watched some games.
Yeah.
Because usually it's not even shown. The problem with this is it just makes your tournament look like it looks like a joke now.
It makes
Because
Jamie Carragher. It makes Jamie Carragher look like an absolute genius.
It's terror. It's a very dark day in African football, man. I'm not gonna lie, it really is.
You know what? There was
it's definitely a very, very, very ridiculous situation, and it has a stain on the whole tournament. There's no doubt about that. And a lot of the people who don't rate the tournament or are against the tournament are gonna feel vindicated today. But when the dust is settled, and after the whole reaction, and when it will get overturned again, we will have to clean up CAF, because too many times in football we see greedy people destroy the game that we love through corruption. You know, we saw it in Italy with the whole scandal with Juve, and Serie A hasn't really recovered since. Like Anton would know, like when we grow up, Serie A was the Premier League. That's where all the superstars went. That's where all the foreign
Gazzetta.
superstars
Gazzetta.
went. You know, and they obviously it's a rated series, but it's not like in the 90s. It's not in the 80s, 90s, early 2000. Like, you know, when a small team like Napoli can get the biggest star in the world in Maradona, that says a lot about the pulling that Serie A had back then. And now, unfortunately, CAF, they're gonna have to clean up, because damage control, if that doesn't happen, then a lot of people who would have normally invested into the tournament won't. And once funds leave your organization, we've seen it. It becomes a problem.
Because here's the thing, King. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just purely speaking on a UK basis, right?
Yeah.
Purely speaking in a UK basis, this was the most heavily advertised tournament, African tournament that I've ever seen, ever. And for this, I watched it on Channel 4. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? What the hell? And then for them to come out and say, oh no, that team that you saw win, you know that team that you saw win? No, they don't win. What the fuck?
It makes it even more dodgy, the fact that Morocco were dodgy the entire tournament as well. Like, they were getting decisions coming out of their arse. You saw Senegal, even the penalty wasn't even a penalty, and everybody came off. Sadio Mane was still on the pitch. And then apparently it was like a 15-minute period, and they were only off for 10 minutes. That's the official ruling. If they're not on for 15 minutes, then they can deem it null and void. But you know what's even more embarrassing? It's more embarrassing the fact that you have like CAF pictures putting up, oh yeah, Senegal's won the cup, and pictures of Sadio Mane with the trophy, pictures of Sarr with the trophy. You got Premier League clubs celebrating people winning it with Senegal. West Ham giving Sarr one of the best celebrations ever. Tottenham as well doing it, and now it's just like, oh yeah, sorry. The other two players that played for Morocco, well done. You're CAF champion. What is that going to say for the whole Senegalese players that won it? It's just a joke. And I think
one thing I want to know is
that leads another question as well. You look at Manchester City. You look at the stuff going over here. Manchester City, the 115 charges. You see Chelsea. I know we have problems, but you see other things like the corruption in the Champions League semi-final between Chelsea and Barcelona. If Morocco can get those overturned, what is it going to say to the other teams around saying, oh yeah, we want those trophies? And if they say, you're having a laugh, well, Morocco did it and they got the trophy. It just puts the whole African football is meant to be love and celebratory and meant to be beautiful. And South Africa hosted the World Cup. South Africa 2010 was one of the best World Cups ever. The passion that every South African had. Ghana making it to the quarterfinals, could have made it to the semis if it weren't for Luis Suarez. And now you see it deteriorate, and you see Nigeria not getting paid, not paying footballers to play for their country. You see them going to other nations that can pay them well. You see Morocco cheating their way to the African Cup of Nations. It's a joke. And I don't think we're going to, unless they pull their finger out and reform it, I feel sorry for South African football.
What are you going to say?
African football.
Go on.
You know what? I've got a slightly different take from Patrick on this. The African tournaments, the African football has always had this sort of administrative controversy about their game. It's been there for as long as I've been watching football. And for all the controversy, and it is a bad look with them sort of like revoking Senegal's title. They want to give it to Morocco, and there's every chance that it's going to be overturned again. So Senegal that did win it will keep it. When guys said that we watched it this year, and it's the biggest that it's ever been. It's been getting bigger. No matter what controversies there've been, no matter how bad the tournament was before, it gets bigger every 2 years. Every 2 years, it just gets bigger and bigger, and it gets on more and more stations. And this controversy won't stop it from getting bigger in 2 years' time. It will still grow. It's still got a lot of growing up to do with the administrative side of it. It's still got a lot of growing up to do. But this controversy, when it does eventually get sorted out, it will get forgotten. And then in a year's time, when they start ramping it up, when the qualifying stages start again, it'll be forgotten, and major stations will want to film it again. Will want to script because
I do hope it gets remembered almost like the hand of God thing. You know, England fans look back on it and laugh. I just don't look. I look at it from an optics kind of point of view. I just find it really bad optics.
Yeah, it's a bad look. It is a bad look. But I mean, the thing is, every single one of our teams, no matter who we support, we've all suffered from bad on-field decisions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that's cost us games and sometimes cost us results. Even cost us tournaments or championships.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's amazing how we just get on with it. No matter who it is or who it's against, we just get along with it. And no matter what.
But not in a final, though, bro.
No, but it's part. No. It's part of the fabric now, because like whenever you talk about Chelsea, Barcelona, you talk about the dodgy 2009 semi-final. You talk about the time when Jose Mourinho got banned by UEFA because he chatted crap about the referee. Chelsea, Liverpool, the ghost goal of 2005. That's like. Yeah, that's part. No, that's part.
Okay, I get it.
When you mention the fixture.
Yeah, but these are all things. But these are all things that football fans remember. But at the end of the day, the final decision, the final result still stands.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, name a fixture. Say,
as far as the administrators of African football are concerned, this is an embarrassing episode, and I hope King is right that the original decision to let the final result stand and Senegal still stay as African champions, and this little episode this week will be forgotten in a couple of weeks, and then we'll just remember it as I remember when Morocco tried to pull a fast one, but in the end it never came.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna enter the elevator. So I'll be back on the stream in like 1 minute.
That's all good. It's all right. We're not talking about Tottenham, so I'm happy.
Not talking about Chelsea. As it currently stands, King is a former AFCON champion. But you know what? When King, we'll talk about the Leverkusen game, and we'll talk about the final this weekend.
Oh, do you want to go over? I can go over my game in one sentence. I can go over my games in one sentence. The first leg was an absolute fucking disaster. An absolute fucking disaster that I have never seen our club ever do. It was unforced error upon unforced error. Cool. All right. We are down a shitload of goals. We played tonight. We didn't play bad. We actually forced a remontada. We had a remontada. We squeezed the juice and we didn't get spanked 5 goals. What was the other ones? What were your goals? How many goals did you lose on aggregate, boys, down below?
We lost 8-2. They lost 8-3. You lost 7-5.
Yeah, there we go. We only lost by 3 goals. I'm all right by that.
Oh, yeah. And one thing. I know we're going to say one thing. To these Newcastle boys, yeah? Geordie Josh. No.
I was going to say, don't go after me.
Yeah? No, not you, Robert. But Geordie Josh, yeah? I saw you on social media saying that Chelsea got beat 8-2. That's the overall aggregate, yeah? We didn't concede 7 in one game. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, we did all right. We did all right. No, as Tottenham, we did all right. Archie Gray actually played well. Xavi played well. We played some football tonight. And Anton, come on, I want to hear your thoughts on this, considering you're plumbing a girl.
Oh,
I am not going to get monetized now. Jesus Christ.
Half an eye on your team, and from what I saw, yeah, you played all right. But a part of me thought that you was allowed to play, one because it was at home, and two because Atletico Madrid had a lead to defend.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, like I say, I mean we're back to the bread and butter in a weekend. Yeah. We're playing the Premier League. We'll see how all our teams perform, because all four of our teams are not doing that well in the league right now.
Hell no, bro. Hell no, bro. I'm fighting relegation, fam.
Saturday, in the weekend.
But yeah, no, I look, like getting a draw against you gave our fan base hope, and a lot of Spurs fans were going into this game because I had a ticket, but unfortunately I couldn't go because I'm in massive amounts of pain. And look, we won the game, but we lost the war. I don't think, because I've seen this team pull out blinders and just revert back to form. And and we're also, like where Patrick said about like ownerships, there was supposed to be a protest about our ownership on the Forest match, but they cancelled it because they want to get behind the team and sing Kumbaya and have YouTube meetups and, go to the pub and discuss things. I'm just not part of that. Part of that Kumbaya.
By the time that Carly, the EFL Cup kicks off on Sunday, you could be in the bottom three.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because West Ham plays, you got the Claret Derby. West Ham plays Villa, and then you've got your 6-pointer against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
and you got the Geordies v the Mackhams.
If you was supposed to have a demonstration, this would be the time to have it. I mean, this is like
really, you think? Do you think?
If you're delaying it because you're playing a relegation rival on Sunday, and if you lose that and you end up in the bottom three, I mean,
if we lose that, protests are back on the menu, boys. You know what I mean?
And it might be too late, because the thing is, I thought that, and I've always thought that if you go into the bottom three, I can't see you getting out of it.
No, can I?
For you to avoid relegation, you need to stay out of that bottom three.
Yes.
Once you're in it, I can't see you climbing back out of it.
I know.
The only thing that falls in your favour is that you've got a much better goal difference. But I tell you what, other than that, you ain't got much more going for you.
I know. And here's the thing, Anton, you know me, brother. You're preaching to the choir, bro. You are preaching to the choir, and this is a guy that has inside information as well. Like I've been saying this, and here's the thing: they cancelled the protest yesterday, while everyone's booked tickets to just go there for the protest. And all of this because you got to realize a lot of Spurs fans don't live in London. Some of them don't live in London because Robert's a Newcastle fan. He's as far as Newcastle as I am. You know what I mean?
Can I just ask you something? When you say they cancelled the protest, who cancelled the protest and who's
all right, so the organisers is Change for Tottenham, right?
Oh, you're a prick, King. You are a prick. First week is for fun.
I couldn't enter the show in any other way.
You're a fucking prick. I hate you.
I know. I know.
Sit in.
Can I join the huddle? Should we all do one?
Yeah. Got like this, bro. But yeah, so the protest is.
Patrick, when you saw that, I just want to know your reaction.
I've already said my piece, but I was fuming. I was fuming. The fact that we did it for a couple games and then it just decided, oh yeah, we're just going to do it in front of the referee was the icing on the cake.
It's just hilarious. But
is it true that you only started doing that around the centre circle since Rossini's been there?
Yeah. And apparently,
woke nonsense.
Apparently, Rossini said it wasn't him that told the team to do that. Apparently, it was the team that did that themselves.
Yeah, because it's a law.
No. I don't know whether it's 3D chess and wants to try and get rid of Rossini, because if it is, it's doing a good job. But my God, that's
hilarious.
Never mind Arsenal winning. Never mind Arteta lifting the trophy. That right there is the picture of the season.
Up until Rossini, I always thought that Arteta was the cringe manager of the league. But you know what?
Rossini is worse.
This guy's taking it to new levels.
I tell you what, I give it to Arteta. A couple of 2-3 seasons ago, you couldn't listen to him. But he must have sort of like learned. He must have been aware about how he comes over, and he's so much better in front of camera now. And he don't say that sort of shit. And then Rossini comes and takes it to another level.
Yeah,
I told you. Rossini says, and here's the thing.
And one thing that is helping Arteta as well is that he's actually winning games and actually making sensible decisions as far as the playing staff is concerned.
Right.
We had the things. If you're losing games and you're saying shit like manage because we're man and we age.
Yeah.
You know I told you it was cringe middleman, because I work in the corporate world, right? I have actually heard that bullshit said to me, right? I do corporate takeovers, right? So I sometimes I get involved in it, right? And there's always this 25-year-old who thinks he knows everything, right? And he goes in and he goes, right, we need to change the culture. And you kind of go, bro, we're hitting all of our targets. What's the culture change? Yeah, we need to be striving for winning, not losing. We need to battle in the mid-ground and not lose those precious hours that we spend in the... What are you talking about? What are you doing?
And even the worst bit of that game is when it said the first half highlights. That was the first thing that was the highlight.
Yeah.
Not the goal, not the chance that smacked Cole Palmer in the head. Huddle.
We've never seen anything like that before.
That huddle.
I've never thought in my life that I would see a grown man make a huddle around the referee. Like,
and the referee. Did you see the referee's face
with that huddle? Yeah, at least give him some dosh. At least just give him 50 quid just to try and rig the game or something. Just try and tell him this is your moment. Give us 3 points.
I just want to know where his hands are. Where's his hands? Where's his hands? Where's the referee's hands?
Yeah. The thing is, right, I was listening to Simon Jordan talk about this, and I agree with him 100%. No, but but a lot of people don't like him, but I agree with him on this because he said that Paul Tierney, the referee, was put in a position where he's on the central circle at the time. They want to be the huddle, and he doesn't want to cede any ground on them because that'll undermine his authority. And I can see why Paul Tierney thought, you know what, I'm not moving. What he should have done is like, can you do that over there, please? And give them a...
just get out of my face!
Yeah, get out of my face, or I'll give you a yellow card. And you have to
That's the thing with
for him not to say nothing, and they're not saying nothing, then they do it anyway.
Made it worse.
The entire time you look at that, the more times you look at that photo, the more times you think the referees are doing it for themselves.
Yeah, no, for me...
I'll tell you what I do for a living. I'll tell you what I do for a living. I'm a picture editor for a newspaper. Yeah. And I never saw the match. I never saw the match, but when I saw that picture, when I saw the picture, I thought to myself, is that real?
You think it's AI? You think
it looks AI? Yeah, kid, it looks AI, brother. It looks AI.
They changed a picture from who was it who scored for Newcastle?
Gordon.
Yeah, they changed a picture from him to that picture, and I thought, why'd they change the picture? And I thought, is that fucking real?
Yeah.
And
But we, like I say, King. I've seen pictures. I've seen pictures of that with all of the Chelsea players without any trousers on, and the referees looking down at their knobs.
The thing is, even though it's got nothing to do with football, it's episodes like that and Rafinha defending it and probably introduced it that will undermine his authority, that will get him sacked.
Yeah.
And nothing to do with the football.
No, hang on. Well, I do the thing,
As
right?
soon as he loses the dressing room, that's it. He's done. And
But
If you
did you see the
and as soon as the fans realize that they're the laughing stock because of shit like that, if he loses the fans, he's done.
Bro, it's the same with my ex-manager holding an Arsenal cup. As soon as we saw that, we were like, "Nah, we're done, bro."
It was just a matter of time. But and did you see Enzo Fernandez interview after the game?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
When they asked him about his future for Chelsea.
Watch this. Right? Oh, hang on. Get that off. Watch this. I'm going to show you evidence that
We're proper professionals here, boys.
Watch. Analysis. That.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I mean,
analysis. This.
Because I was watching the Arsenal game, when I saw this first, I thought it was AI. I thought it was fake. I said, no, it's not possible. It's not possible.
You know the worst thing about all that is that not a single one of those Chelsea players, not a single one of those Chelsea players stood back and thought, I'm not doing this shit. I'm not going to be involved.
This is a bit weird. None of them said it's a bit weird.
I would have said, lads, come on.
My pride would not allow me to be part of that. I would have just stood aside and said, I'm not doing this shit.
But they don't have
lads, I play football.
You think John Terry and Didier Drogba would do this nonsense?
Thank you.
I play football. If we were to do it, it would be for a meme. We would do that shit for a meme.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
guys. We need guys. Sorry, Anton.
If Terry was to take over for the last 7-8 games of the season, you first of all, you won't see that shit. And secondly, you'll see a big improvement in the way the team performs.
Give me John Terry. Give me John Terry in charge. Slap some bollocks into this team.
All this woke LinkedIn shit, it just fucks me off about football.
Yeah.
You got to clap the crowd. You got to clap the crowd. Remember, Anton, got to clap the crowd. Fuck off.
CV came down from 2-0 down at half-time against West Ham to win 3-2. That's his only CV. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Now, guys, we have to move on. We need to talk about... Who do we talk about next? We're not talking about... We won't talk about my lot.
We're not talking about Arsenal.
We might as well just get it over and done with.
Yeah, get it over with. Come on, get it over with.
Get this smug motherfucker out of the way, man.
Yeah,
swear to God.
We're the famous Arsenal.
King, can I ask you one question, right? It's a serious question, right?
Yeah.
And you know how much I've been slagging off Arsenal, you know what? It's starting to argue. It's starting to be harder to argue against them winning at least a couple of trophies this season. I know the quadruple is something that you probably didn't want to talk about here before. If you were to give a percentage chance of winning the quadruple, and then if you don't win a quadruple, what do you think you're going to win this season?
Okay, so first question, I say 15%.
15%?
Yeah.
Not bad.
15%.
Oh, no, you're a 10 out of 10 fan, bro.
The reason why I say 15 is that we've seen it before with Man City. We've seen it before with Liverpool. They go deep in all the tournaments, and it looks like they're actually going to do it. But when you listen to the players, even if I don't know if you saw the Declan Rice interview after the game, and these guys, they're shattered. They've never, Eze have already played more games than he ever did before in a season. And there's so many games left for Arsenal.
He's injured as well. He came off injured yesterday.
He's not injured. He's just fatigued. The body.
Right. Okay.
It's the body is breaking down. And when you think about it, yeah, the route looks good, but Barcelona in a semi-final, there's no guarantee Arsenal wins that. There's no guarantee. You know, Lamine
good team,
Yamal,
Barcelona.
if he's playing like that, Rafinha is playing like that, Lewandowski is playing like
Mhm.
that. There's no guarantee we beat them over toe legs. And in an one-off game in a cup final, you can't tell me that Haaland can't turn up and Pep and Man City know that, okay, we can't win the league. We're already out of the Champions League, but these fools are not gonna win against us on Sunday. Like, it's gonna be a tough game, regardless of form. You know, when you reach the final, form goes out the window, and that's why
I like this king.
that's why
I like this king.
think it's just 15%. But what I always thought this season, yeah, was that we were gonna win the league and we were gonna win the Carabao. That's what I always thought. When it comes to the FA Cup, when it comes to the Champions League, you don't know. And now that City are out, it's gonna be an even tougher game on Sunday, because this is the last kind of thing that they can do to us mentally to try and damage our season. Because if we beat them on Sunday, already lifting that trophy, it's not looking good for Man City and Pep. And we know that Pep, he hates losing, and he's not gonna want to lose to Arteta. We know that. You know, everybody's doubting him now. Everybody's questioning him. Is he done? Is his era done? And just a week ago, they could have also done the quadruple. So, you know, a week is a long time in football. If we go back to when we draw to Brentford and to West Ham, a lot of people, even some of the Arsenal players, were starting to doubting themselves. Luckily, after that, we picked up form. We played Tottenham, and they gave us all the confidence that we needed. Then we went to our other little bro, Chelsea, and they gave us the win as well, as always they do now. You know, it's crazy that Arteta, the team that he's won most games against, is Chelsea. 11
Come
wins.
back when you win 2 European Cups. You're not
11
my
wins.
bro. You're my
11
big
wins,
bro.
you know. Brother,
I'm your big bro. You put
I'm
respect on my name.
I'm telling you now, yeah. We're never doing this.
Come
We're
on,
never
no
doing
more
this.
dictionary
No.
contest. We're talking about football here. Come on.
No. Well, honestly, it's exciting as an Arsenal fan to see your team be this resilient, be in all of these tournaments, and actually have an actual chance to actually do something. It's actually exciting, and I'm planning to travel to England as soon as I'm done with this trip. I'm in Portugal now. I'm going to Gambia tomorrow. I'll be there for 3 weeks, and then after that, I plan to go to England. I wanna be there through the whole month of May and see what happens. You know, I don't want to miss a moment.
Funny enough, I was in Gambia back in December, and I'm going Portugal in May.
Oh,
there you go then.
Reverse.
You know what I mean? But we're gonna have to link up, and if we're in the same city at the same time,
yeah, 100%. But I'll be throughout May. I'll be in England, so definitely we have to try and do something, guys. We do have to try and link up.
Yeah, definitely.
Do something together. That would be nice.
Oh hell yeah! We'll get some Maggies. We'll get some jollof rice, proper jollof rice. We'll do it, bro. Let's go.
Because Guy and Patrick, you guys are based in London, right?
I'm based in East Midlands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's East Midlands. You can tell by the accent, mate.
Yeah.
me and Guy are based in London. Me and Guy.
Yeah, me and Robert are close, and also me and Anton are close. Like we're all in London, brother.
Yeah, so we'll have to do a meetup in London then.
Yeah.
But you know what I'll say also, like, obviously, I've got something on the line regarding this Arsenal thing, which.
And I have your son's shirt. Actually, I actually have it. You know. So,
you bought a little baby girl already.
Yeah, I bought a little baby Arsenal kid. It's so cute.
But you know what I say?
King, I bet you just put it in your suitcase everywhere you go.
I have it. I have it on the way to Gambia. I have it everywhere I go.
I will say this about Arsenal
when it's mathematically impossible for anyone to catch us, I'm sending it straight
Yeah,
from
and then
wherever I
yeah,
am.
and
I'm
then
sending it.
yeah, and then pay the big
I will
man.
say
Yeah.
this though, yeah.
Do you
The
want to
Arsenal
decide
thing-
which number? Do you want me to print a number, a name, or do you want it to be blank?
Number one.
I will say this about Arsenal though, yeah. The thing
Yeah.
that I've been most impressed with is
Yeah.
you've come back from the 2 draws you had.
Yeah.
You
you
played
just
Tottenham.
win.
You beat Tottenham. You beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
You know, you're literally
Brighton.
doing stuff that champions
No.
are doing.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah,
King,
yeah.
King,
And you're
King,
looking solid
King.
again. You're looking
Yeah.
like you're
Yeah.
not conceding
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
actually
Quick one.
Yeah.
King.
Yeah.
A lot of Spurs fans thought that we would get a result against you.
I know. But that's why I say, like, a week in football, it's crazy how much the
Yeah.
narrative
You know what?
around a team can change for a full week.
You know what's mad about Arsenal though? It's the fact that no matter when you think you're beaten, you somehow manage to pull it out the hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
this
the
season,
Sporting
this season.
like the Sporting Lisbon game. Yeah, Lisbon had their chances in the first half, like the first game. You got outscored, but you got Arsenal in the first match. But the way that you came back, the way that you fought on is arguably been brilliant. And I'm not putting my Chelsea bias into this. I'm generally talking now. The way that Arsenal have been playing this season, forget the set pieces. They have been playing well. Sometimes you need that bit of luck, and that's what Arsenal have been having. Manchester City have not been the Manchester City that they have been for the past 4 seasons when they won 4
They
in a
are
row.
absolute garbage.
Everybody else
Manchester
has been
City
down.
are garbage.
Everyone down the pecking orders should have been up. Like Liverpool, we said this about Liverpool when they brought in all these players, the £500 million signings, all this. They should be competing with Liverpool. Arsenal should be competing with Liverpool, Manchester City. But the fact
other way around.
the fact that Arsenal have found a way every time to get results, even the players that are injured and come back from injury, they come up clutch. Comes back from injury against Chelsea, scores the winning goal. Even though I hate the prick, I still have to respect it. The fact that no matter what you do, even the games against Chelsea, when
look at Max Downman.
Exactly, Max Downman.
Yeah, Max Downman's a
baller.
The baller.
I don't know if you lot will agree with me or if you saw this as well. That moment when Max Downman came on against, is it Everton? Everton, set one up and then scored one. Yeah. That reminded me of Makeda.
Yeah, that's what our Makeda moment.
He looked a bit dicey for United. Makeda came, and then the rest of it, they won the league. That was Makeda's moment.
When you saw the way everybody was celebrating, you could have just feel like it was like a big relief from the shoulders. Like, we got this now. You know, we feel like we're invincible.
The one thing that I liked in that game was
and do you know what I respect by Arteta? The next game, he takes him out of the limelight because he's still a kid. You know, he could have felt the pressure to play him in the Champions League or sub him on in the second half, but he didn't because the whole week everybody's talking Max Downman. So I respect the way he managed that because we have to remember he's just 16, guys. He's going to school. You know, he's scoring and then he's going to school. It's crazy.
You gotta realize he also played for the England under 19s, bro. Like this is a future. This is a future England starlet.
But this is the problem, though. Now that Max Downman is doing well, and I respect him for doing well, the English media are gonna eat this up. One bit out of line. If he does not perform the way that he is, they're gonna eat him alive. That's why I hope.
Not straight away. Not straight away.
I think what's going to kind of save.
It's kind of like the Luke Littler effect. You know, the Luke Littler effect when you do darts.
This is.
I don't think they will.
Don't take this the wrong way, guys. I think the fact that Max Downman, he's painted as he's a white guy. He comes from a humble family. They've already said he's very humble, and he's gonna be like. You know how the English media loved Harry Kane?
Yeah.
He's the one who's going to take the throne from Harry Kane, and they're going to love and protect him because they feel like he's one of them.
Yeah, Harry Kane's a family man, doesn't drink.
Max Downman was more like a Jack Grealish or like a Sterling or, you know, then you worry. then you worry.
Yeah.
If he had a chip on his shoulder, then you worry. But I think the fact that he, you know, he's cute, you know, he's very humble.
Sorry, what?
You know, but it matters. It matters.
I wouldn't say cute, bro. I wouldn't say cute. I would say media pleasing. He's media pleasing.
He's 16. He looks cute because he's a kid.
I'm saying no.
But I
think the proper terminology.
Insecure in yourself. You can't call another man cute.
No, I wouldn't never call another man cute. No. Stop. No man refers to any other man as cute. No.
It's not mad.
I'm making a phone call. The phrase to describe him is he's a sort of boy that you like your marry. That's,
exactly. Yeah. You get me, Anton. You get me. So They already like him. They like his family.
The days of Prince Epstein and the rest of it. You don't want to be using words like that.
Hang on, wait. I've got a phone call here. Winstanley, Stewart, Max Damon, 16-year-old. You'll love him. 50 million quid. Perfect. Chelsea, here we go.
They've already tried. You know, before he signed his pre-professional contract, Chelsea tried to sign him.
You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
We've covered Arsenal.
But
we've covered Arsenal. We'll talk about the final in a minute because we're going to be ending the show soon, guys, because it's near enough midnight and I'm tired.
Yeah, we've been going on for a while, isn't it?
But it's been good, man.
Have we covered Liverpool?
Yeah.
Have we done Liverpool?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we covered all the bases, bro. We need to go on to the weekends. We need to go on upcoming.
Go over the weekend's fixtures, innit? And
okay, the weekend fixtures. Who's playing the weekend? Who's playing the weekend?
So
we're away to Brighton because remember you got the Champions League places, innit?
Yeah.
You got
Chelsea away at the Dick.
And then you got Man United. They're playing.
Who's
this show is going wild.
It's already been wild, mate. It's already been wild. You need to watch it back.
Robert, I'm sorry.
King. At the moment, all the four of us agreed you are a former AFCON champion until it gets rectified. So you're not AFCON champion right now.
We still have the trophy in our country.
I still think they are and they should be.
Yeah. You should be, that's it. But you know what?
You have the president of CAF just coming right there and saying, I'll take that back now. You've had your
moment.
We told you
one hand he giveth, with one hand he taketh away.
He's afraid. Oh, I'm gonna need to put in the charger.
Right, come on, let's go on to the fixtures on this weekend, bro.
So hold on, right, let's do this one. Liverpool-Brighton. What's everyone's prediction?
Liverpool.
Score?
It's so hard with Liverpool because
2-0.
1 week they play.
I think it's 1-0, bro.
It's their bottom team. It's very hard with Liverpool.
It's away. It wouldn't surprise me if they drop points.
Yeah. Brighton are good. Brighton gave us a tough game, you know. We just beat them.
Yeah, they're not shit.
I think it's about scrape it 2-1. It's not going to be pretty. I think we're going to be back to sort of like shit settings. But we'll scrape it just about.
Yeah, you have to win that game.
Yeah. Because
are you worried about the fact that so many English team went out? Is there a chance that England don't get 5 places?
It can still happen.
Well, no, apparently the coefficient is that all of the teams would have to get knocked out, including Arsenal this week, and we do badly in the.
So it depends who wins the FA Cup.
You know,
remember, it also depends on who wins the FA Cup as well.
I think as it stands now, because Liverpool and Arsenal got through, it sort of eases the burden a little bit, and 5th place should still be all right. But I think a load of things have to go wrong before we lose the extra plays.
Bearing in mind, we still got Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, and Nottingham Forest all in the Thursday stuff as well. So that could have
And if Unai Emery does a favour and does what he always does with his teams and win the Europa League, we should be all right.
Yeah.
I honestly think Aston Villa are going to win that.
The tournament after him.
Sorry, what was that?
If he wins it, they may as well just name the tournament after him.
Yeah.
The Unai Emery.
No. The Unai Good Evening League.
I will say this though, Emery's won. If he wins with Villa, he's won with every other club but Arsenal.
Apart from Arsenal.
But let's move on. I personally think Brighton they lose to Liverpool. Liverpool 2-1. 2-1 Liverpool, I'm not gonna lie.
2-1 Liverpool. I think the fact that you scored so many goals today
2-0 Liverpool.
Give the players confidence.
I think it's going to be 1-0 Liverpool. I think it's going to be 1-0 Liverpool. I predict a win, but I don't think it's a thrashing. If I don't, I'm not going to lose any money.
It's not gonna. He has to lose the handbrakes and play more attacking football. It's so slow when you watch Liverpool. I don't understand that. And then the fans get quiet because they're not excited.
What about the big fixture of the weekend, other than the final, Forest against Tottenham?
Oh yeah. I'm so looking forward to that game.
Forest,
it's crazy.
So big, man.
Forest, 20-0.
6-0. I think we're going to lose it. We'll lose it.
Yeah, if West Ham win and Forest win,
if you lose that game,
I think West Ham will beat Villa because Villa are on a really bad run of form. But I think
as they always are at this point in the season.
Be a draw
there's two teams that always trail off right at the end of the season. It's Villa and Forest. Forest did it last season, right? But that's the little thing that gives me hope. But you got to realise it's at home. It's at home. What is my bingo card? What is my let's present? Let's see if I can send this file. And Robert, you can put it. I have zero fucking hope for that Tottenham versus Forest game. Here we go. I found it. There we go. I found it. Hopefully, I'll upload
that game. You have to draw at least. If Tottenham lose that game, you get relegated.
Look at our home form. Look at our home form. That's our home form. That's our home form this entire season in the Premier League, right? So we're either going to draw it or we're going to lose it.
Yeah, you have to draw a minimum. If you lose, you get relegated.
Yeah, it's relegation time. Yeah, I know.
And
brother's telling me stuff I already know.
Before it was fun and banter, but now it's
fucking serious. I know.
I never thought Tottenham would be this close to getting relegated.
Thing is, I'm looking at Tottenham.
I have for 2 seasons. This is the second season. I thought last season we'd get relegated. But the only reason we didn't is because we had a run of form in January. We won 3 games, and I went, don't need to worry about it.
But I knew last season, them teams, they were so bad. I knew it. But this season...
All of those teams that we lost to...
The way West Ham... If West Ham and Forest keep on getting points, it's looking dark for Spurs.
Really, mate? You're telling me something I've been telling Spurs fans for decades, mate.
Do you have any key players getting back, like Kulusevski or any of them? Anyone coming
Maddison
back?
out. Maddison out. Kulu out. Kudus out. Bergdal came back tonight. Van der Ven is not looking good for this game. And also, we're going to play 5 at the back because it's a system that we don't know very well. I have no hope, bro. My hope is this. I told you, I made this banner, 4 months ago, and everyone told me I'm talking silly.
Right, I'm gonna run off Tottenham's rest of the fixtures, right, for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me just at a glance how many points they're gonna get from this. So
Here we go.
I've done this before. Sunday, then they're away to Sunderland, at home to
0.
Brighton.
0.
Away to Wolves.
0.
away to Villa.
0.
No, you might
Maybe
get
1. Okay, cool. You go.
Away
Maybe.
to Chelsea. That's a big game. That's a penultimate game. Away to
That
Chelsea.
could relegate you.
You know,
And
Chelsea
we ain't getting that way.
always
Their
beats
last
Spurs.
game at home to Everton, and
Oh
Everton.
my god!
Yeah,
if
we'll
You know, it could go
Yeah,
all
no.
the way to the last game for Spurs.
yeah, no, we'll get about 5 points. We'll beat Everton. We'll beat Everton because Everton are on a death spiral right now. They're really not good.
But
They're
guys,
really not good.
you might beat Chelsea if they hold the
No,
ball
they
again.
did.
If they want to
They
play
did.
it.
Against Arsenal.
Whoa. Sorry. Everyone just spoke in my ear at that point. I was like, what? Sorry, Anton.
Everton didn't play that badly against Arsenal, you know. Arsenal just turned it on the last sort of 5-10 minutes. But I tell you what, for 70 minutes, they gave Arsenal a game.
Yeah, it was an
Yeah,
entertaining
I'm
game.
happy
you
for a
know. We
game,
were attacking
but-
them. They were attacking us. It was a
Yeah.
good game, actually.
Yeah, it was the same when I went to the Bill Hickinson Stadium, when I went up there and saw them, when I went up for the second away game for the season. I went up to Everton and we won that game. I've got confidence on Everton. The rest, I don't. And I'm hearing Spurs fans telling me, oh, we're going to beat Wolves at home. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Wolves are fine. This, you know, if
Yeah.
Wolves would have started this season with Gary O'Neill, yeah, they might have actually stayed up.
Different story. Yeah, completely different story. But yeah, no,
What
it's
happens
not.
to
It's
Tottenham
not.
if you get relegated financially? What's going to happen? Because
No, bro, that's a stream due to my background I could really go into, but that is an hour and a half stream on its own. Essentially, if we get relegated, it's a complete catastrophe because most people are going, you've got relegation contracts in your players. Yeah, that's true, but we don't have relegation contracts in the stewards, the barmaids, the admin people, the HR people. So it is an argument of which I would love to have, mate. I would really love to have, but I'm looking in the top left-hand corner, and we've been going live for 1 hour and 46 minutes.
Yeah.
Can we break the 2 hour mark? I'm joking.
No.
Yeah, well,
Not a bullshit team. It's not worth it, mate. It's not worth it.
I'll go with my one. We're going to lose against Everton. We're going to lose. Going to the new stadium is going to be hell. They're going to play a low block. We can't defend. We can't win against a low block. So 2-0 Everton. Get over and done with.
Damn.
The thing is, you might beat Everton if you respect the ball, Patrick. You tell the ball of it. You beat him.
You're going to keep your manager to the end of the season. Do you reckon his job's on the line already?
I think we'll go by the end of the season.
See, this is the problem. We've got this game, international break. Then we have Port Vale in the FA Cup quarter-final. The last chance to get to Wembley. Now, if the board was smart and we lose to Everton, we could sack him. But again, Gary O'Neill is waiting in the attics, waiting there, patiently waiting for his go. Because I tell you now, nothing's going to change with these donkeys in charge. I'm telling you.
Chelsea, you're finished.
We're done.
You're finished club.
We're done.
And you love to see it couldn't have happened to a nicer club, you know.
King.
It's crazy, you know.
King, 20 years you've been sitting second all the time, man.
Yeah. That's all good. But now you're gonna have to and suffer and watch us win. And I know it's gonna pain you so much.
Relax.
I know.
I'll see you on Monday, big man.
Yeah, we'll measure your 15% on Sunday, bro.
Yeah, fair.
Right,
well,
guys,
let's get the Newcastle v the scum out the way then.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to predict this game because I fucking hate that club.
Yeah. The derby.
3-1 Newcastle. 3-1 Newcastle.
Robert, do you think Newcastle can get Europe?
If we go in the run, I think we can get Conference League. Because
Conference League is nothing to snuff at, bro. Conference League is nothing to snuff at.
You call it everyone called it a joke competition, right? But just
It's
remember,
not.
if you win the Conference League, you're guaranteed Europe next season.
Yes.
You're guaranteed it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I've
don't
got
call
no
it a joke.
issue with trophies, bro.
the
I don't
Conference
diminish
League,
trophies.
depending on what club and stature of your club, it depends. Like a club like Chelsea, who spent 2 billion.
Oh
should
yeah, we
never
did it.
play in
It's
the Conference
embarrassment,
League.
but we still
But
did
you
it.
know, like a Newcastle, is another big
Yeah.
opportunity to win another
Exactly.
trophy.
You got a
And it just
domestic. You
keeps
got a domestic.
adding
Yeah.
winning culture to the
Yeah.
club. So
Yeah, because you
for
got a
them,
domestic last year. You got
yeah,
a domestic last year. If you get conference next season, right? So you got a year gap between that. You could exactly what King said. You can bring on that because what did Pep win in his first season?
Nothing.
A League Cup.
No, Pep didn't win nothing in his
No,
first season.
The
Yeah, the
first,
following
the
season,
first
yeah.
trophy. Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah. His
first
first
trophy.
ever trophy was a League
Yeah,
Cup.
Yeah.
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 As I say, this weekend we've got the scum down the road, well, down the road from Newcastle.
Yeah.
I personally, like all of us saw what I was like on KG's show. King even did a call in and pretend he was a member of the media. I don't think I forgot about that. Dickhead. But you know what? I'm saying this. I fucking hate you, Patrick. I'm saying this.
Love you, Robert.
3-1 Newcastle, and
Is Voldemort going to score for Sunderland again?
I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start. That's me.
Walter Marder, the Magpie Slayer.
Like,
It was a
well,
fantastic goal.
honestly, he hasn't played for the past 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, he's
Road to 2 hours, brothers. Road to 2 hours.
to his
Oh,
form
God.
because Voldemort at the start of the season, a lot of people were talking about him. It's like, did the Big 6 team miss out on him? But
Yeah.
his form has really
It's dipped, but you know what? The way I see it,
Yeah.
it's dipped, but he's still, what is he, 22, 23?
Yeah,
I need it to dip for the World Cup, mate. I need it to dip for the World Cup. Fuck Germany.
He's just come into the Premier League.
Yeah.
He scored big goals against big teams. Scored against Arsenal. Scored against Chelsea.
Yeah, scored for Sunderland against Newcastle. Very big game. It was a big game. It's the derby. He scored.
We might as well never mind about the big build up for the final then.
Oh, forgot about that. As I say, we literally have to do a job
Remember, with
against
great power
Sunderland.
comes great responsibility.
That's the thing. I honestly want to go against Sunderland because I've had enough of them. I've had enough of their fans talking. And we beat Sunderland, and then we go. I think we go 8th, 7th. No, I think we got 8th
You
and
go
1 point
above
from
them
Brentford.
if you win. You
What,
know, must be
Sunderland?
close to each other.
We're above Sunderland.
Oh, okay. They
Yeah, Sunderland dropped off massively, but we beat them, and we go.
Yeah, they're 13th.
8th.
They're just above Crystal. They're just above Crystal Palace on the same points as Brighton.
Yeah, but that's the thing though with derby games. Form goes out the window.
Yeah.
We can say to any team.
Newcastle played today where Sunderland's had a full week off.
Yeah.
They're gonna have more energy for the derby.
True.
But
And your players look gassed as fuck after that basket game, mate.
We need to repair the damage that was done against Barcelona. You have to watch earlier on KG, King, sorry, because I said what I said earlier on. But now for the last 5-6 minutes, King, are you beating City this Sunday?
Yes, we are.
Well, you better not, because I've got a tenner on it, mate.
As
I've got a tenner on City, fam.
If City would not have lost, I would have been more confident, because now this is the revenge. You know, it's City versus Arsenal. It's Mikel Arteta versus the teacher. You know, it's stay humble Haaland. You know, it's a lot in it, and they hate the fact that we are the ones who are now almost
they hate you.
Going into
they hate you
where they used to be. So they're gonna be up for it. We have to be.
But this
could gonna be a tight. I think it's gonna be a tight game. I don't think anyone is gonna brush up the other team. I think it's going to be a tie.
But this could make or break your season, though, because if you
I
lose,
don't think so.
if you lose,
if they were closer to us in the league, I would say yes.
For the
But
other
even
fan
if we
bases,
lose-
yeah, if you lose, it's
Yeah.
cooking season.
But
We
it's
will
right.
say the
It's
wheels
all
are
right.
falling off everything.
Yeah,
But if you win,
yeah.
it's
But
not
if you
only
win-
psychological for the players. It's not
Yeah.
psychological for Arteta. It's
Yeah,
for the
of course.
fans thinking they
course.
now can push.
Of course. It's a huge game. There's no beating around the bush. Like, this game is huge. Like, if we beat City,
Oh, get that mug off my face. Get that mug off my screen. Get him off my screen.
their season is practically it's gonna be over. Like, their confidence is gonna be so low if they lose to us.
So you know what? For the next 2 minutes, I want to ask everyone, who's winning this game?
City.
What's everyone's prediction for this game?
2-1 City, but it ain't going to be easy.
2-1 City, yeah.
Anton?
You know what? It's going to penalties.
We're good at penalties.
I can see it could be a deadlock. It's going to be a deadlock, 90 minutes in extra time, and you flick a coin. It's going to be one on penalties. The thing is, the next two games...
TT.
The next two games for Arsenal I think it's gonna define their season. Win the Carling Cup. If they don't win it and then they drop points in their next league game against Bournemouth, all of a sudden.
That's how old you are. It's not called the Carling Cup anymore. It's not even called the Worthington Cup.
I still call it that.
I call it the League Cup.
No,
I always call it the League Cup.
I call it the League Cup. I'm not.
What about the Milk Cup?
Yeah, Milk Cup.
Yeah, that was what it used to be called.
What's your prediction for this Sunday? We're not doing 2 hours. We're not doing 2 hours.
This Sunday, Arsenal gonna win. Kai Havertz gonna score 1-0.
It's going to penalties.
I'm saying
Havertz gonna start the game, and I think he scores.
I don't want to say this because it's going to help King out. I'm saying 3-1 Arsenal.
That would be amazing.
2-1 City.
And
2-1 City.
Watch out for Eze. Eze is hitting form.
Yeah, Eze at Wembley.
Eze, Spring
Yeah,
Eze is
Eze has Wembley experience. He has Wembley experience. I remember last year when I said when I predicted Crystal Palace to beat Man City.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't Man City, was it? Was it Man City?
Yeah, it was Man City.
The way he struck the ball, it was like it was his enemy.
Yesterday. Yeah, it was a good goal. It's a good goal.
Yeah,
the thing is, I don't want to say it because obviously I put my son's future team on the line.
It's all right, bro. You know what? To be fair to you, what I'll do is I'll invite you and your son for the parade. You can
that's dirty.
When you got to name your son, right? Are we all coming to the christening to witness him changing the name?
You don't even change the name. He's becoming an Arsenal fan.
Do you want him to call Gabriel, or do you want him to call Benjamin? Like,
he's not changing the name, guys. He's becoming an Arsenal fan. Either way, I'm fucked. That's the thing. But you know what? We're hitting 2 hours near enough.
Hey, no, whoa. Let's all do a lead judges and do a 24-hour light emergency stream.
No.
I just want to say, it's the first time I've done this. Thank you for joining. King, King, good luck on Sunday against City.
Thanks.
Patrick, hope you get beat by Everton. Anton,
I hope I do.
Anton,
Brighton.
You probably beat Brighton. And Spurs, enjoy the championship. Guys, it's been a genuine pleasure. I'll do this again one time. Don't worry about that. But everyone who's watching, or everyone who will watch, take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you guys later.
Yeah.
2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours.
We're still live. We're still live.